I may do that.
Hey, it's starting. There we go.
Nice.
Let's see here.
Stream health is high.
There we go. YouTube going on. Let's see here.
It's a healthy stream. Wait, is it the camera flip?
Yep, it is. There we go. All right, let's see. Let's fix this here.
It went off. Show me.
Oh, you got another one?
That's why they start getting wild.
All right. Oh, someone's first. Rich Mitch is first. There we go.
Hey, Rich Mitch.
Let's see here.
Am I look here? Am I looking at you guys?
Let's see. Yeah, there's the camera right there.
There it is. Okay.
How's everybody doing?
Hey, guys. Christopher Sisk. So many R's.
Of course, I'm Daver with Fragrance Bros.
Yeah, you are. Should we do it like normal?
Yep.
All right, go ahead.
I'm Daver.
And I'm Jer.
And we're the
Fragrance Bros.
Coming at you with a special video, this time live at Jer's house.
Yeah.
If you saw my video before, I am... Oh, there was. We'll show you that in a minute, Luis.
Keen eye.
So, anyway, I am on vacation, and we're visiting Jer.
Yeah.
Because, of course, he moved. So
Yeah.
I thought this is the best place to do a few reviews. So we are reviewing St. Julep by Imaginary Authors.
Yep.
Also reviewing Mosaic by Imaginary Authors. Let's see, we're reviewing Falling into the Sea by Imaginary Authors.
There it is.
And The Soft Lawn by Imaginary Authors.
Yep. Let's do this.
Okay, so first, how's the video stream? How's the audio? Is everybody seeing it okay? It seems fine on our end. Looks like a few people are seeing everything okay. And I don't know.
Okay. I know one thing. Somebody's wearing Nautica Voyage up in this bad boy.
So we're going to do, of course, this is new to us, of course, but we're going to be doing reviews. And these are unedited, so this is going to be as if you were seeing the unedited footage of a review. As well as, we're going to do some Q&As. Okay, so all good. Okay, cool. So
awesome.
we're also going to do some Q&As about the fragrances at the end of the reviews. So if you have any questions about the fragrance, we'll do that. And we'll answer all questions about Jer and him moving later.
If you just type Jer, I'm just going to go,
I definitely want to do Paco Rabanne 1 Million Privé. I mentioned that in my 5 fragrances you should buy. So I definitely want to do a review of that soon. So thanks, Ari. I'll definitely have to do that soon. So anyway, let's go ahead and get straight to St. Julep.
all right.
So St. Julep is Imaginary Authors' newest scent. I'm a big fan of Imaginary Authors. This is really cool. Of course, the video camera isn't doing it justice here.
Yeah. Jer, will you have my baby? Yes.
But anyway, so it's their newest fragrance. Date introduced is 2017. It's classified as an aromatic green. Notes are sweet mint, tangerine, southern magnolia, bourbon, grisalva, sugar cube, and crushed ice. Now, let's see. I received this for review by Imaginary Authors. It's no surprise. They usually send me something for review. Yeah. So really, really love that. Really thankful for that. Of course, that's not going to be reflected in my opinions of it. I'll give you my good, bads, and uglies about it. And Jer also got some travel sprays from them.
These are so cool.
Yep. So the travel sprays, I think, are about 15 mils, and I really like their travel sprays.
Yeah.
Really great price. I think I want to say they're like $30, $45, something like that.
I think you're right. $2 to $3 a mil.
Something like that. So it's really good. Crushed ice, yeah. Crushed ice in the smell, yeah. So we'll get to that.
What is Grisalva?
Grisalva, I'll get to that in a minute.
Okay.
So anyway, let's go ahead and get to longevity. What did you get out of longevity?
Really?
Yeah.
We gonna start with that?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. Of all the things about this fragrance, that may be the worst.
Yeah.
That may be the worst thing about this fragrance. Maybe the only negative about the fragrance. So, I read Mark Binky's review on Cologne Assur.
Okay.
he said that he got 11 to 12 hours longevity out of this fragrance. So maybe we should quickly define what we mean by longevity.
Yeah.
Okay. So when I say longevity, when I'm talking, I don't mean how long I can smell it at all on my skin. I just mean how long it's actually doing anything for me, how long it's being useful and functional. So by that definition, I would say 3 to 4 hours tops, probably, right? As far as like what it's pushing away from my body, anyone other than like the closest of people can smell it. I would say 3 to 4 hours probably. So poor.
Yeah, it's the same with me, and that's my biggest complaint as well.
Yeah.
And that's a big complaint.
Yeah.
And let me also say this. I think you guys know that I'm not a stickler on a fragrance that's going to last forever. I don't need a fragrance to last beast mode.
Yeah, sure.
And I think there's merits to a fragrance even if it doesn't last a long time. So if it lasts just a few hours, there's a place for those type of fragrances.
Sure.
However, this doesn't smell like the type of fragrance that should last only 3 hours or 4 hours.
Right.
And that's usually how long it lasts on me. Bill Cool got 1 hour, and I could totally see that.
Oh, man. I'm sorry, Bill.
Yeah. I get tops 3 hours.
Yeah.
Tops.
Yeah. I know.
And, I mean, that's like ideal conditions.
Yeah.
And it could be a number of things.
Mm-hmm.
Grisalva, which is one thing we'll talk about. Grisalva, the ingredient Grisalva is kind of like an ambergris, synthetic ambergris type of scent. So it's a very musky scent. If you smell this, there is something in here that smells kind of like royal oud. So I'm thinking that royal oud has Grisalva in it.
Interesting.
That's just an assumption. But it has that kind of muskiness that royal oud has.
Yeah.
So it's just a very beefy, musky note. Beefy. So, yeah. So anyway, the crushed ice must have melted. Yeah, definitely.
That's right.
So yeah, longevity is very poor on me as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's a big shame, as we'll get to in a little bit.
It is.
What about projection?
In the beginning, I think it's pushing pretty well, but then I would say it probably goes down in proportion to the longevity. So 3 hours, it's not pushing out real hard. So why don't we go with average on average?
Yeah, I'm going to say average as well.
Yeah.
Average tops.
Yeah.
It didn't seem like it was very weak as far as projection.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm trying to keep up with the comments.
Yeah, totally, yeah. Projection seemed like it was fine for a while it lasted, but it's pretty weak.
Right.
I talked to Josh Meyer about the longevity of this, and I said I only got about 3, maybe 4 hours on this, and he said that that was by design.
Yeah.
And that it's going to be a very light, musky, sweet mint scent.
Right.
Like on your skin. But in my opinion, like, I didn't really get much of that much longer anyway. Like, if it's a skin scent, it didn't seem like it was that much at all. But really, I'm not wearing a fragrance to be a skin scent. Yeah. So I'm really only interested in how I can smell it for that period of time. So,
absolutely.
So for me, it was just not very strong at all.
Yeah.
Where's Steve-O?
Come on, man.
He's in Mobile.
It's like 5 years ago.
Yeah. That's Cordy Op. I love him.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely want to bring back Jer in future vids. Yeah. Okay, so season notes say this is great for spring, and I think this is good day or night.
Yeah.
It has a very good day-night quality about it. I don't know what it is, but it just is very good.
Yeah.
Purpose, I think this is great for casual. Great for casual. I think this will work for work, but it's not going to last your whole work day. That's the only problem.
Nope.
And so, yeah, day and night.
Yeah.
What does this remind you of?
A couple things, honestly. So I bet you won't agree. That's okay. So when I first smelled it, I was reminded of Atelier's, what was it again?
Oh, Citron d'Érable.
Yes. I got a lot of that. And I think there's a couple reasons. Number one, like the sweetness, right? So there's some sweetness up front, a little bit of fruitiness, but a little bit of grounded, like herbaceous sort of stuff as well, which in turn reminded me just a little bit of like Vetiver Fatal, which was what I said about the previous fragrance as well. It doesn't smell just like that, but to me it's a similar vibe. I really like the mint because it's not the kind of mint that's annoying. It's not like this too pasty, like mouthwash, obnoxious kind of mint. It's the right kind of mint, and it's well balanced by. I don't remember the notes, but like maybe it's like a little floral kind of, and a little herbaceous, and a little sweet. It's a good combination.
Absolutely.
I love this scent, man. It's like
Yeah.
really well rounded.
Absolutely.
I love it. I think it works equally great on women as well as men.
Yep.
All kind of different applications. The thing about work, even though it doesn't last a long time, I think it does become a bit of a skin scent over time, and so I kind of like that actually, because if you don't want to be too invasive at work with your scent, I think it actually works all right. So I really, really like it. I have a million great things to say about it, but the longevity.
Yeah, it's a deal killer to a lot of people.
He said when he posted that it was out. He said it was going to dry down to a skin scent. So I agree. I believe him that it's intentional.
Yeah.
I guess I just feel like I wouldn't have done the same thing if I'd have made that scent. I would not have made it that way. If you can make it differently, like if it was within your power to change it, I would have made it last longer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree. I think that was probably a misstep here because I totally agree with you as far as the scent. It's phenomenal. Like, it's seriously one of the best that he has. Like, conceptually, the way it smells is amazing.
Yeah.
And is the mint on par with Selection Vert? I'm not really sure.
But that was like an orangey scent, wasn't it? No, green Selection Vert.
I don't remember. So, right away, the mint is great. Perfect mint. The sweet mint reminds me kind of like those dinner mints that you have.
Like the soft kind?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot like that.
Okay.
It's not like toothpaste,
Yeah.
which some people, and I think that's annoying. That's the annoying kind, the ones that taste like toothpaste or whatever.
Yeah.
Or gum or whatever. It's a sweet mint, so it does taste like one of those dinner mints, very soft.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And
like the bowl your grandma has.
Exactly. It's a grandmother's mint.
Grandma's old mint jar.
That's right.
Yeah.
Do imaginary authors' fragrances smell natural? I mean, I think they do. I think it depends on what your definition of natural is.
Not like Carrier Roadster.
Yeah, it's not like Cartier Roaster.
Cartier.
Right.
It's a little rusty. Don't
Yeah.
mind me.
It's not like that at all. This is much better. So I get a lot of the mint first. The tangerine, very noticeable. Tangerine may be one of the things that reminds you of Citron d'Érable.
Yeah.
Because it has an orange note in that as well.
You're right.
The magnolia, very kind of faint, but it's in the background. There is kind of that a little bit of that floral component.
Mm-hmm.
I get a lot of sugar at the top too.
It's mad sweet.
Yeah, it's very sweet, but it's not like overly sweet.
Yeah.
They do this really, really well.
Yeah.
A lot of the sweet, sugary scents out there today are done terribly. Like, it's just all sugar.
Yeah.
The sugar is balanced so well with everything else. You're
Right.
right. There's a lot of the. It's just a perfect balance. I do get a lot of that Grisalva, which I guess, when I say that, I get a lot of that muskiness from it.
Salva. Is that like a synthetic ambergris?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
So that's that muskiness that you get from it. So I get that musky quality in this.
Yeah.
So that's really good.
Yeah.
It is a gorgeous scent.
Tis.
And this really shows how talented Josh Meyer is at creating a scent.
Yeah.
Because when I sprayed this, I was like, this is absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah.
But the longevity, though.
Bruh. B-R-U-H, bruh.
Yeah.
It's a bummer.
Yeah.
It was the first thing. It was the first thing that my wife noted about the fragrance. Sprayed it on, loved it, but then within an hour or two, like, where did it go? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so, I guess if you intend that, then you hit your mark, and that's great. But for me, because it smells so good, I wanted to keep going.
Yeah.
You know what
absolutely.
I mean?
To me, too, like, the way that this smells, sometimes the way it smells kind of indicates how long it's going to last.
Yeah.
Like, something about it. If
That's true.
It smells deep, then it seems like it's going to last a little bit longer.
Mm-hmm.
From that musky quality, I thought it was going to last a long time.
Yeah.
But it doesn't.
Yeah.
And that's really upsetting to me because I really wanted this to last.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if it lasted 6 hours, this would be just a masterpiece.
Yeah.
You know, but it doesn't.
It doesn't.
So that's pretty unfortunate.
Yeah.
Now, this was inspired by a mint julep, if I'm correct. Mint julep is a cocktail with...
Which, it doesn't smell like a mint julep.
So I've never had a mint julep before. One of our friends' weddings, our friends, some friends of ours, had a wedding.
Okay.
It wasn't one of their weddings.
Just so many weddings.
It was their wedding. And They had mint juleps there.
Yeah.
So apparently mint juleps take a lot of time to make because you have to macerate the, you have to crush the mint leaves and you have to make it or whatever. I'm not really sure, but they had a bar there that served mint juleps there.
Okay.
Kind of a very southern type of thing.
Absolutely.
So I think that's really cool how this is kind of a southern inspired
magnolia in the
scent.
notes.
Southern magnolia, bourbon.
Yeah.
So there's a little bit of bourbon in there, but it's not overpowering.
I don't even notice it, to be honest with you.
Yeah. It's not super boozy.
Yeah.
However, if you want super booze, by the way, Blackbeard's breakfast is what I'm having today, by the way. It's really great. That's what this is, by the way. It's not wine. It's just super, super dark beer.
Hey, Fragrance Mafia. I love you, bro. Give Dave a sip and break.
All right.
I'll draw hard.
So, let's see what else I had here. See, this is what I usually edit out in my reviews.
And I'll
looking at my notes here.
And I'll dance.
That's also what I usually edit out. All right. So, oh yeah, stouts. Very, very much a stout. This actually is not a stout. This is actually a porter, but it's an imperial porter. It's by a local one in Maryland here called Blackbeard's Breakfast. It's a imperial coffee porter, which is amazing.
Nice.
So, really great. Best boozy fragrance. I don't know. I have to really think about that.
You can't get it on Amazon, I don't think, Miguel. It's made by a Virginian brewery.
Yes, it's actually Maryland.
Maryland.
It's sold locally, and it's limited production, so you have to come here to get it. So, unfortunately. But it's amazing, so if you haven't had it, it's really, really good.
Yeah.
I think that's all I had for this scent.
Just some final thoughts, shall we do?
Yeah, it's just a beautiful scent overall. It just doesn't last.
Yeah.
And I guess it's almost made me a little hypocritical here because I don't normally care about longevity.
Yeah.
But I think it's usually, if it's a very citrusy type of scent,
Yeah.
then I can give it a little bit more of a pass.
Yeah. You're like, I expected this.
Yeah, exactly. But this seemed like it was going to last longer.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it didn't. So that's pretty unfortunate.
Yeah. So I would, just to finish up, I would say that it was so great in the opening, and I think probably my wife would agree as well. It was so good in the opening that the fact that it didn't last, and it lasted even less than most fragrances with minimal longevity last. It was shorter than most. So I guess that's almost like a compliment and a slight to it at the same time. It's like a point against it because it doesn't last so long, but you want it to last longer because it's so good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like, it's a two-edged sword, shall we say. Yeah.
And what about compliments?
Yeah, I mean, so mostly my wife and I wore it around each other. We both wore it. We both loved it on each other.
It's great on men and women. It
Yeah.
really is.
It works perfect on each. We both loved it. Both were bummed it didn't last longer because we both wanted to keep smelling it on the other person longer. So almost all wonderful things to say about this fragrance.
Yeah, totally.
And then it also transforms over time too. Some of that sweetness comes down, and you get kind of more like the herbaceous stuff. And we should just keep going, man.
Yeah, I've had a couple people smell this, and they really, really loved it.
Yeah, but they did.
Yeah, absolutely. And so, with good reason, I think this is just something that is absolutely just wonderful.
Yeah.
My wife said it was nice, but she said it was better on girls. And I could see it being really good on girls. There's something about it that reminds me of a scent that she has.
Yeah.
And I think that's the Chanel Chance Eau Fraiche. I think there's something about it that has that type of smell. I'm not really sure. But anyway, she has a scent that kind of smells like that.
I think
It's definitely not beast mode, Thomas.
It's not beast mode.
Do a video on haircuts. I like the ostrich look, Cameron.
Do a video on haircuts.
Why don't you do a video on haircuts? You seem to be the expert.
There you go. Buy clippers, number one guard. That's all it takes.
Hey, Mark Robes08. Hey, buddy.
Hey, what's up, man?
Good seeing you.
You know what? I think it's like the combination of the floral aspect and the sweetness that just it's hard to pull off as masculine. That's kind of a feminine combo.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
I think so. This never came off as overtly feminine to me, though.
No,
So I really love it. But I can see a woman really liking it though.
Yeah.
I think it's really down the middle.
Yeah.
But to me anyway. Let's see. Bang for buck. This is $95 for a 50 mil, and that's par of the course for. He likes a beard.
Yeah, you do, Mark.
$95 for a 50 mil with imaginary authors is the normal price.
Yeah.
I normally think that's a good deal.
I do too.
With this, I'm not quite as sure.
Yeah.
I almost want to say get a travel spray.
Yeah. I mean, look, it does have application.
Yeah.
It does have an application. It's great for when you don't want to smell for a long time.
Yep.
But I would agree, like, get a travel spray and see if that application is present in your life or not. Because if you're the kind of person that just works a regular schedule and wants it to last most of your work schedule, it's not going to do that.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
So maybe you want a smaller amount.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think this is a very good scent that is a lot like Imaginary Author's scents, which is kind of like a standard deviation from designer scents.
Mm-hmm.
So I think this is just a really likable scent.
Yeah.
Overall.
Yeah.
But final rating.
Final rating. I'm going to give this a 4 out of 5.
Okay.
Because the scent is so good. I mean, like, the longevity is a huge bummer, but I still like it so much that it comes above 3 for me.
Yeah, I'm going to give this a 4 out of 5 as well. If it was just on scent, and if this lasted for like 6 hours, this would easily be a 5.
Yeah.
But it has a little bit less application just because of its longevity.
Yeah.
It's one of those scents where you kind of have to use it only for certain times.
Yeah.
That you're only going to be out for a couple of hours or something like that.
Yeah.
I've tried this a lot with a lot of different sprays,
Mm-hmm.
up to 6 sprays, 2 sprays, 6 sprays.
15 sprays,
15
20
sprays!
sprays, 50 sprays! The video.
And there's no difference. There's no difference in the performance.
Really?
Yeah, none. So
if you bathe in a gallon jug, as this guy just said, you could still expect 3 hours.
yeah.
You know what? So buy the travel spray so you can carry it in your pocket, and you can freshen up halfway through the day.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's okay.
Yeah.
I think that's fine. I don't hate that. I mean, I think that's a good idea if you like that.
Yeah.
But for this type of scent, I was just expecting just more. A niche scent, I just think, for the most part, you're spending $95 for a 50 mil.
Yeah.
For this, if it's not citrusy,
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm a hypocrite here.
You know what,
but
though,
I just think that it should last a little bit longer.
This is the first scent in his line that doesn't last.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, like, most of the other ones for me are like, dadgum.
Right.
Can we take a break?
Yeah, exactly. A lot of them are.
Right.
A lot of them are.
Yeah. Someone tag Josh. Get him in here.
Okay, so that's all we have for St. Julep. Do you have any questions about St. Julep? We'll get to them real quick. If you have any questions, let us know in the comments, and we'll answer them live. We'll get ready to go to the next one. Our next review is Mosaic. And before we get to Mosaic, you can just send some questions here, and we'll try to answer some real quick.
Yeah. Better if we marketed as an EDT and came in a 100 ml bottle.
I mean, maybe.
I don't think the marketing even matters.
No,
honestly.
yeah, I don't think so either. I mean, the performance seems more like almost like an EDC rather than EDT.
Yeah. Yeah. How big are these bottles? How many mils?
Those are 50 mils.
I mean, it's usually more than enough for Imaginary Author's fragrance. Not the Let me keep that to myself. What are these things I keep doing? Is it this?
Yep. You want to do one?
Should I do one?
Yeah, do one.
Alright, let's do...
Do they have one with a beard? They probably do. Scroll down.
Let's see. We can do Santa. He's got a rocking beard. Oh, is there like a bro's knuckles? There we go.
There we go.
Boom. And boom. There it is.
Bro knuckles.
And then we're going to make them a bit more Oh, wait, do I have to do it again? Oh, there it is. Okay. Boom.
I have not tried Givenchy Air yet. Hey, Daniel Gallagher. Hey, Daniel.
Who's that? I don't know you, Daniel.
He's a perfumer.
Hey, man.
He has his own line. I still need to talk about your stuff. I haven't even tried it. I have it on my my desk. I've been looking at it because it keeps falling off my desk.
What's the name of the line?
I think it's Daniel Gallagher, right? Or Gallagher Perfumes. All right.
How do I make the chat go back up?
Just exit off the thing here. Right? Isn't that right?
I mean, oh, there you go. Thank you. I don't know if I lost weight, man. I feel like I lost weight a long time ago, and it just every time you see me, it just makes you think, hey, that guy lost weight a long time ago.
You haven't lost any more weight the last few times, I don't think. You just lost weight since a long time ago.
I gained beard.
Just what you said, yeah.
There's a lot of beard right here.
Daniel Gallagher, I think you did send me the old stuff. It was a while back. It was a few months ago.
I mean, have you been doing perfumery for a decade, Daniel?
Jim R., thank you for joining, man. Yeah, Jeremy did move out of Lower Alabama. He moved up to Virginia.
Yep.
GIT or Terre d'Hermes for a wedding on Saturday. I would say GIT.
You would always say GIT.
Yeah, always. That's true.
Taking a trip to nudist colony. Should I do GIT or Terre d'Hermes? GIT.
That's right. Always. All right, let's go on to Mosaic real quick.
All right, okay.
All right.
Beard, yes.
So here's Mosaic. We're going to go on to the next review here. Mosaic. Now, this one was made specifically for Spruce Apothecary in Portland, Oregon.
Yeah.
And here's an interesting fact about Mosaic that you don't know yet. This is going to be discontinued. So this is going to be you're going to have your last chance to buy Mosaic this summer. And this is a great scent that I think you probably should get for summer.
Yeah.
Really fantastic scent. So anyway, let's go ahead and get straight to it.
So good.
I do not know if they're going to have a sale on this or not, but just stay tuned to Josh Meyer's announcement for Imaginary Authors. He'll probably give you more information on this being discontinued. Pettigrain bomb. Yeah, definitely, definitely.
Smart man.
All right, so let's get straight to it. Date introduced is 2013. It's classified as a woody chypre. Notes are pettigrain, bergamot, oak moss, cedarwood, limestone, and artesian well. Now, what do you get out of longevity out of this?
I get great longevity out of this. I'd say excellent. Let's say 8 to 10 hours.
Yeah.
I know I could smell it on you all day today while we were out. So, yeah. Long time, man. Good stuff.
Hey, the Sentinel. Hey, how you doing, man?
Hey, Jim. Hit me up on Facebook. We'll talk about it. I'm down for that. Wait, I don't want to hold targets. You forgive me? Thanks, Chris.
So, okay. Anyway, so I get also really good longevity on Mosaic. Easily in the average range, 8 hours plus.
Okay.
Probably 8 to 10.
Okay.
As you were saying.
Yeah.
Really good, especially for... Oh, man, I love smelling this. Especially for a... okay. So, especially for a citrusy-based fragrance,
Yeah.
this is fantastic for longevity.
Really good.
What about projection?
I guess I'll say average to excellent. I don't know. It did well in the heat today.
Yeah.
So let's say excellent.
I'm gonna say average.
Okay.
But it could be excellent.
Okay.
Could definitely be.
All right.
But it's at least average, which I'm okay with.
Yeah.
It seems to push out for a decent amount, so that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Season, this is great for spring, great for summer.
Yeah.
Better for daytime.
Mm-hmm.
Purpose, this is great for casual. It's really great for work.
Mm-hmm.
And but I would say really mostly casual. There's something about this that is just mostly a casual scent. I think it works
I agree.
even better for casual.
I agree.
But it's still really good for work.
Yeah.
As well. So what does this remind you of?
You know, so the first time that I wore this, I wore it to work. the feedback that I got was that it smelled like a cleaning product.
Really?
Like a bathroom cleaning product, right? Not in a positive way.
Okay.
Which was surprising because I really like it. So I do agree with Daniel. It is a bit of a petitgrain bomb.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is, like, I know limestone's not a note.
Yeah.
Limestone's not a note, but it really does kind of smell like
It does.
a stone, like a, I don't know, some sort of like a hard, natural, like it's like, I don't know, limestone or something. It's crazy.
See you later, Mark.
That's
Thanks for coming on, man.
Got to go make it rain, don't you, Mark? About them fragrances, I hear you, homie. But it does have like a that quality to it where it is like a. It's weird. It is a bit stringent to me. I don't think it's the most wearable fragrance. There's something about it that is a bit. This is gonna sound negative. I mean, it's a bit unnatural.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's not like when I say natural, it's not like a floral or a wood or a water thing. It is a bit harder, a bit sharper. It's got like a sharp quality to it. I really like it, but I've not got great feedback on it.
Okay.
So that's not really answering your question about what it reminds me of, but it does kind of smell in that way to me.
Yeah, I totally see what you're saying. This was inspired by an Italian shave soap.
Oh, okay.
And so it does have kind of that, like whenever I say that, you think, oh, wow, okay, yeah, Italian-inspired scent kind of has that type of smell.
Yeah.
So it's definitely in that vein. It's kind of a watery, citrusy scent. Petitgrain bomb, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
It has oak moss. It has a good bit of oak moss in there, which I really like in this.
Yeah.
And you're right, it does have that kind of limestone smell. It's really kind of a minerally type of smell.
Thank you.
Is really what it is.
Thank you.
And so all of that comes together, and it's really, really, really nice.
Yeah.
There is a little bit of cedar in there. Cedar is not like a predominant note in this,
Right.
but I do get some of the cedar in there. And look at some of the comments real quick here.
Take a break. Oh, okay. No.
No, this does not smell like a Ventus at all. At all.
No.
Yeah, not even close.
Yeah.
But it's very, very good. This, I think, is one of the simplest fragrances that Imaginary Authors has.
Yeah. Okay.
And I don't think that's a bad thing. I think it's very much different than it was not inspired by Pro Rosso, I don't think. I think it was a different one. I'm not exactly sure. I believe it was a vintage Italian shave soap. It was not Pro Rosso. However, anyway, so this is one of their simplest fragrances.
Yeah.
But I don't say that in a bad way. Like that's not a knock on it. But this is very much a different approach to fragrances than he has now. Like a lot of the fragrances that Imaginary Authors has now are complex. They have a good deal of depth and balance to them, and there's always something in there that is special. Now this has those things as well.
Yeah.
But this just is very much more of a simpler type of fragrance.
It is. There's not. It's fairly linear. It doesn't really change. I will say that, like, I don't think anyone's have ever smelled a fragrance like this.
Right.
I can't think of a thing that it reminds me of. It really does stand alone. There's not many minerally fragrances like this out there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's kind of its own thing in a great way. I think that's why I like it, is because it's so unique.
Yeah.
And not unique like a weird freak beast of a fragrance. I mean, it's a good smelling fragrance, but it's just different. And I really like what he did with it. I like the Petitgrain.
Miguel, it kind of smells like a little bit of a cleaning product, but not in a bad way. Like it kind of has a little bit of that astringent quality, but it's not harsh to me.
Right. Yeah.
It's balanced really well.
I think it's very wearable.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I wear this a lot in the summertime in the heat, and I really, really like it. I don't know. There's just something about this that I really like wearing. It's a very casual type of scent that I like to bring out in the heat.
Yeah.
And it holds up well in the heat.
Yeah, I do.
So it's just a very nice, simple scent.
Yeah. Yeah. Totally.
So it does have kind of like that Italian type of vibe too. Whenever you smell other Italian type of scents, you really get kind of like that bitter citrus quality.
Yeah.
And this definitely has that.
Okay. Inspired.
Yeah. All right. I'm trying to see if this is all I have here.
Glory. How's the family? Haven't seen you since I was 20. Rose? Chandler?
I don't know.
You know what I'm talking about?
It's from Circuit City. Oh, Circuit
Circuit City.
No way.
How about a quick throwback?
Good grief.
We used to work at Circuit City together.
You know what's funny, Rose? Good grief. Wow.
We talked about you today out of nowhere.
We talked about her today. We were actually at a store today, and we were buying some stuff, and we saw someone that was like, wow, that looks like Rose from Circuit City. And we went on a, hey, Rose.
Hey, Chandler. How you doing, man?
Good talking to you.
That's crazy.
Wow, that is so wild.
How did you find us, stalker?
That is so crazy, yeah.
Oh
So for those of you who don't know,
hey, Rose.
Rose McAdams, we used to work with her, and we haven't talked to her since, how long was it?
19, 20, so 15, 16 years?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been that long ago.
Wow.
So that's been crazy.
Hope you're doing well.
Yeah, totally. Anyway, so that's it. For those of you who didn't hear me at the beginning of this, this is going to be discontinued and this summer. So your last chance to buy this is this summer, and they're going to discontinue it. It is still going to be sold at Spruce Apothecary in Portland, Oregon. However, they don't sell online. So you'll have to go to Portland, Oregon to get it if you want it. But I think this is an excellent scent. So anyway, bang for buck, this is $95 for a 50 mil, and I think that's still a really good value for what you get here.
Dude.
Really, really good.
Yes. Just a couple sprays will do you for a long time.
Yeah, absolutely.
It'll last you a long time.
And I did like 5 sprays today.
Did you? It felt like it. I'm just kidding. I can't talk about it. Let me go. Like bad friends? What are you talking about? Oh,
Well, I mean, we used to work with her, but we haven't seen her since then. She's just a coworker.
yeah.
We were never like huge friends or anything, just besides just being outside of work anyway.
You're crazy.
We're not bad friends. It's just how relationships happen. They come and go.
Do, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway,
All right.
we're bad friends.
Totally.
So anyway, what about compliments?
No, I didn't get
Yeah.
the compliment. I got negative feedback, which
Yeah.
is funny because I put it on, and I thought, man, I smelled good. And I went to work, and no one liked it. So it surprised me because I thought it was quite likable.
Man.
So, maybe proceed with caution the first time you wear it. It might not be as universally likable as you think it is or something.
Now, I really like this scent. My wife thinks it's just okay.
Is that right?
That's right.
Okay.
And I think it's probably because of the bitter quality in this. It's very much a bitter citrus scent. A lot of citrus is balanced with sweetness and woody qualities and different things like that.
Yeah.
This is very much very bitter and minerally. So it has very much of a different type of feel than normal citrus scents go.
Yeah. Totally.
But anyway. But I don't get a lot of compliments from that outside of, that. I have never gotten stopped from this and said, what are you wearing or anything.
Yeah.
It's not one of those type of scents, but that doesn't mean it's a bad scent. It's a very good scent.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
just don't think it's one of those people pleaser type of scents.
Right.
So,
Not a club banger.
yeah.
Does the mineral quality smell anything like Narciso Rodriguez? You know what? It's not unlike that, I would say.
Really?
I mean, I think there's some... I would say it smells like it, but I think that it kind of is in the same ballpark, wouldn't you think? You could say that.
I don't know.
Remember it's like limestone that was kind of like pavement or concrete. What was it?
Yeah, like an asphalt type
Asphalt.
of thing, I think. Yeah, the same thing.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Anyway, final rating, what do you give this?
I didn't plan for that question.
Put you on the spot. Got to answer.
I'm gonna give it a 3 out of 5. I really like it, but I've gotten some weird feedback on it that kind of makes me a little reluctant to wear it out in public. So I'm gonna give it a 3.
I'm going to give this a 4.
Okay.
I really like this scent. I think it's very, very good.
Yeah.
It's not perfect,
Mm-hmm.
but I really enjoy it. It's a very simple scent that I just really like.
Yeah.
I really like the minerally quality.
Yeah.
I think that's very nice. The
Yeah.
citrusy aspect is really, really good.
Totes.
It's really easy to wear, I think.
Yeah.
And I reach for it a lot during the winter. No, I don't reach for it in the winter. I reach for it in the summer. As you can see, there's a good bit of that missing already.
Yeah, you wore a lot, man.
So I haven't had this too long. So Gumption says some people are afraid to compliment, and that's true. I think you're right. I think this is also just one of those scents that people don't really like. Madro Mojo says not a people pleaser like bull's blood.
You know what?
Bruh.
Bro, save that one for another time.
Yeah.
What are some of your favorite designer house? Are we done with this one?
Yeah, we'll be done with that.
Okay.
So we'll be done with Mosaic. If you have any questions about Mosaic, let us know in the comments and we'll answer them. And we'll go to the next. What was I doing with my hand there? I'm doing this. we'll do Bull's Blood is terrible. Oh, no comment. So anyway, if you have any questions about Mosaic, let us know. We'll go to the next review in just a minute. We'll go to Falling into the Sea.
Yeah. Let's see. Someone said, what are our favorite designer houses? His are Chanel and Christian Dior. I like Christian Dior quite a bit.
Absolutely, those are two great ones.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of really good ones. Those are two good ones. Of course, David Mclair is really good.
Yeah.
As far as designer houses, I'm not sure if I really love a lot of designers. I think Prada makes some really good ones.
I like a couple YSL fragrances, but I would say I love the house in general.
That's true. Yeah.
You know, I actually like that. I don't think most people like. I like Rocky. I like D Squared too.
Yeah.
I like that house.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of D Square, but they make some good ones. Yeah.
I like that. Violet Disguise is very underrated.
Violet Disguise is great. That's a great scent by them. I think it's very much it's marketed for women, but it's very much a unisex scent that's really good.
I think it's appropriately rated. Sadly, must leave now. Thanks for everything you do, Fragrance Bros. You're welcome, Christopher Sisk.
See you later, Christopher.
See you, buddy. Any niche gourmand fragrance? I mean, come on. Like Amen and everything in the Amen house.
Well, that's designer. Niche gourmand.
Niche.
I mean, one of my favorites from Niche gourmand is Dior Viva Delicieux. That's fantastic. Of course, Guerlain. Guerlain has the Tonka Imperial, which is really good.
True.
Timothy John says, have you tried any Profumum Aroma, any from the house? I have tried one or two, but not many. They're really hard for me to get. I've contacted them before for samples, and I haven't gotten a response. And I'm not in an area where I can really find them very easily, so it's hard to get. And I've tried the one I tried. I forgot what it was, but it was a vanilla scent. And it smelled like it was a vanilla bomb. Kind of smelled like a vanilla candle, which I don't know if that's good or bad.
I agree, Joey. Memoirs of Trespasser is amazing.
All right, let's go to Falling into the Sea next.
All right.
So I do not have a bottle of this. I have a decan of this, and it's at my house.
But, luckily.
But Jeremy...
Travel spray in the house.
Jerry has a travel spray. I love these travel sprays. These are about 15 mils, if you haven't heard or whatever. They're really good price for what you get. I believe there's about $45. I could be totally wrong.
Yeah.
But really good price. All right, so let's get straight to it. Date introduced for Falling into the Sea is 2012. It's classified as a floral aquatic. Notes are lemon, bergamot, grapefruit, lychee, tropical flowers, and warm sand. $38. Paul Tashman says, P. Tashman, which I believe is Paul Tashman, says it's $38 for a travel spray. Even better.
Thanks.
It's really good.
Virginia, 4F magnet.
Jer moved to Virginia, so it's about a 12-hour drive from where we live. So.
Yeah. There's no bueno.
All right. So, what do you get out of longevity out of this?
I get great longevity out of this fragrance. I get probably, well, you know what? Let's say average. I'm going to say 8 hours on average. Average on average.
I get freaking beast mode.
Do you?
On this. Like, it lasts on me, like, the last time I wore it,
Yeah.
it lasted about 23 hours.
What?
I'm not even joking.
Should I do it?
Yeah, do it.
Let's see if we can get my head in the right place. So I can Beast mode! There you go.
Now, I don't think it lasts that long on me all the time.
Yeah.
But it lasts a long time. At least excellent on me. And that's saying something because this is not the type of fragrance I would have expected to last beast mode.
Yeah.
Or at least excellent.
Bang that note list out.
Yeah, the note list, as you, I think...
Did you already read it?
Yeah, I already read it.
Sorry.
But lemon and bergamot, grapefruit,
What's that doing?
lychee. So, yeah. It's very, very much a citrusy-based fragrance, and it lasted forever on me.
Totally.
And sometimes you smell yourself and it's on your shirt, but I took my shirt off and changed into a different shirt, and it was still there. So that's how you know.
Took your shirt off, you say. Sorry. Oh, boy. He cuts the stuff out normally. You guys are getting to see all of it. Sorry.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. This is an uncut version.
Yeah.
So, all right. So, you get excellent, or you get good.
Average to excellent. 8 hours.
Average. Can't even talk.
Come on, man.
Good grief.
Blackbeard's breakfast.
That's right. So, good longevity. What about projection?
It pushes. It pushes excellently. It's very strong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On me, I would say it's average to excellent.
We can't get on the same page about anything, Dave.
So yeah, really good projection as well.
Yeah.
Season, I would say this is great for summer, primarily only for summer.
Yeah.
And good for daytime.
It is.
And I would say really only for daytime.
Yeah.
Purpose, I would say this is really only for casual. I couldn't see this for anything else other than casual.
No. Why would you say that?
I wouldn't.
I'm
just saying. I wouldn't.
Okay. All right.
So what does this remind you of?
You know what's funny? What is lychee? Can we start with that?
Yeah, lychee is like a tropical fruit.
Okay.
I believe it grows in Asia.
Okay. So I know that this is like fruit heavy.
Yeah.
But I get more floral than you would think from this ordering of the notes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I get a lot of floral.
Mm-hmm.
And what's funny is I feel like I smell apricot sometimes, even though it's not listed in the notes. I don't know what it is about. I don't know what lychee is, but like the first three are like citrus, but it doesn't smell just citrusy to me. There's something else going on there, a different kind of fruit smell. I think it's pretty feminine, even though the notes don't seem that feminine. I think to me it's a little feminine.
Yeah.
My wife wore it mostly, and I thought it worked pretty well on her. It's just kind of like a happy, airy, kind of, to me, kind of girly summer scent. You know what I mean? It smells great. It lasts a long time.
Corey Dat says we're not acting sociopathic enough.
Oh, man.
I don't care what you think. How's that? Is that sociopathic enough?
Tell us about pretty German women. What does that even mean?
They're making a joke about another reviewer. Yeah. It's okay. Don't worry about it. It's not important.
I only know one German reviewer.
Yeah, it's not important.
Okay.
Anyway.
Let's move on.
So, yeah. I definitely agree. This was intended for this was intended for women.
Okay.
So this is a female fragrance. However, I do think that this can be worn for men.
Do you?
I do. And I wore this a lot and didn't feel out of place.
Okay.
You know, sometimes whenever I have to test female fragrances, I'll wear it and begrudgingly wear it.
Yeah. And
know that it just is out of place.
Right.
But
that you're doing it for the art.
Right. I'm doing it for you. I'm doing it for you. make an announcement here and now.
Wait, are Kirk and Corey Datz brothers?
I don't know. Maybe so.
Someone's got to... You got to stop talking about lilac and gooseberries, man. It's like the fourth time you said it in the chat. It's really weird.
Prospect, New York. But doesn't smell like a Ventus. It could, if you want it to. Do you want it to? It could. If it gets me views, I'll say anything you want me to. I'm just joking. Just joking. Top 10 Aventus killers.
Right.
Just kidding.
r/Aventus killer.
That's right. That's right.
We should make a subreddit.
It needs to
just
be.
for Aventus killers. You know, this reminds me of a little bit. It's funny. It reminds me a little bit of lilac and gooseberries.
That's what he said.
This is going off the rails.
It is.
Sorry.
Okay, let's bring it back.
Okay,
Let's bring it back. Okay, so I asked Josh what he intended for this to smell like.
Yeah.
What his direction was, and he said that he created this to be a rich, full citrus scent with the richer fruits and cream supposed to make the citrus and that were supposed to make the citrus sweeter and thicker.
Yeah.
To me, even though I think that's a cool intention for it to make a thicker, sweeter, fuller type of citrus scent, I don't think he did a great job in
No.
for that.
Yeah.
Because to me, I think this is not full and thick, though it is sweet. It's very, very much sweet.
Yeah.
Is Scent Split legit? I'm not sure. I haven't dealt with them. I'm not sure.
Seems like it though, from what I've read.
So anyway, this to me is a very sweet, very floral, as you were saying, citrus scent. And I do see what you're saying, how I think this would be very much at home on a woman.
Okay.
But I really like wearing it, so I don't know. I really enjoyed it. I think it's a very good scent. That it is a very good. What are the words I'm looking for here? These are all the things I edited out, by the way.
Let me give you a hint here. Lilac. Gooseberries. I'll talk while you think about it. So,
okay,
you said that you feel kind of comfortable wearing it.
Yeah.
I actually felt pretty uncomfortable wearing it.
Really? Okay.
And I don't know what it was. Like, it just seemed... It's not, like, super feminine or anything like that, but it was feminine enough to where I felt like it was, like, a happy kind of airy sort of, like, my wife wearing a sundress kind of thing. That's just, like, the image it conjured in my mind. And so once that had locked in there, I couldn't really let it go.
Okay.
You know?
So here's what I get.
Yeah.
This is primarily what I smell. The first time I smelled this, and when I started wearing it, whenever I smelled this, I could not get it out of my head.
Lay it on me.
Sweet tarts.
You told me that. I don't get that. Okay, a little bit.
It smells like sweet tarts, dude.
Somebody said dryer sheets.
Dryer sheets. I can see that too.
That's pretty close too.
Yeah.
I think that's better than sweet tarts, honestly. Yeah. It's nice though, man.
The true reviewer does it live. We'll do it live!
We'll do it live. We are so cool.
So yeah, this to me smells like sweet tarts, but like, that's not bad to me.
No,
I think that's cool.
That's like a weird side association.
It is.
You know.
It very much is.
You don't smell like sweet tarts when you wear it.
Right.
You know.
So also to me with this, a lot of times when I Bill O'Reilly, it is, yeah, Bill O'Reilly.
Got that.
So a lot of times with me, whenever I talk about scents, a lot of the associations that I put towards things are related to music, because I'm a musician. I think some of you already knew that. But so to me, if you're a musician or if you're into sound at all, you're into EQ, equalization, you'll know lows, middles, highs, whatever. This to me smells like it has all highs and even ultra highs, and not a lot of mids or lows.
Okay.
So it seems like it's lacking a lot of fullness here that a lot of fragrances have.
I like that.
Pete Tashman. I play guitar. I have a Parker Fly, and I have a Schecter Blackjack that I bought a long time ago, and an American Strat.
Wow.
So play that.
Schecter. Sounds like a medical procedure. Get my shit.
It smells like dryer sheets, and it's called Falling Into the Sea. Yeah, man. Yeah, I think that's fair. It does have kind of like that type of scent. What fragrance are they talking about? It's called Falling Into the Sea by Imaginary Authors. So there's that.
Yeah.
So yeah, this to me smells like it has a lot of like the highs, ultra highs, almost like ice pick highs, and so it's almost piercing in the way it smells.
Yeah. Okay.
But just like before the threshold, just before your ears bleed, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like there's something about like it almost goes too far.
Yeah.
So to me, it seems like it's lacking in some of the depth and the beefiness that I would expect from something that's supposed to have fullness there.
Yeah.
So that's my main complaint.
Okay.
But what I'll also say is this is a great alternative for beach scents.
Yes.
Because it's not cliche.
You're right on that. That is spot on.
Yeah. So if you're going to the beach, I think this is great as something that is not going to smell like a typical beach scent does.
Yeah.
So very much a good one.
Yeah.
Daniel Gallagher, I have a Gibson SG, Gibson Explorer, and an Epiphone Les Paul. Wow, that's awesome. I really want to get an Epiphone SG. Like I really want one.
Wow.
Probably not going to get one, but I really want one.
Ugh. City on Fire is used Band-Aids and bacon?
I totally see that.
That's sick. I think this is a really safe buy for your lady.
Yeah.
Frankly. And if your lady is like the serious, more complex type, Yesterday Haze.
Yeah.
If your lady is a bit lighter and a bit more playful, then go with Falling Into the Sea. Or maybe seasons, maybe like a fall and a summer, like a winter and a summer. I think those are two good choices for your ladies.
Yeah, I think that's totally good. But like I said, I think there's a certain type of guy out there that will like this. I liked it all right.
Yeah.
So, and I'll wear it again. I have a pretty big decant of this.
Yeah.
So I'll be wearing this some more.
You do have a big decant of us. I've seen it.
Yeah. Also, my kids really like this. I don't know what it is. My kids really enjoy wearing this scent, especially my daughter, but my son also likes this a lot too.
Yeah. It's nice, man. If you can rock and feel comfortable in it, go to town.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go to town. I'll go to that town.
You drive right to that town. Don't stop, go. That made no sense. All right. We should probably finish this one out because we've been going for a while on bits.
Yeah, so bang for buck is $95 for 50 ml. Totally worth it.
Yeah.
Probably more for a woman, but I think also for a certain type of guy.
Yes. I think it'll last a long time. Good bang for the buck.
Yep.
A very safe buy for your lady, I would say.
Absolutely. Great for casual beach type of things.
Yeah.
Let's see, what about compliments?
No, but so I didn't wear it a whole lot. I mostly just smelled it on my wife, and I complimented her on it.
Yeah.
But I was not real comfortable wearing it, so I didn't get compliments from wearing it myself.
I think that says something.
Yeah.
I didn't really get many compliments I've never gotten a really good compliment when I wore that. When I've worn it. But, so yeah. Prospect, New York, how do I feel? What do we feel about Soft Lawn?
That's next.
That's next!
Stay put, homie.
So, yeah.
You too. Good to see you too.
Yeah, I've never gotten any compliments from it. My wife didn't really care for it. And so, there's that.
Yeah.
Final rating.
I'm going to give this a 4 out of 5. I actually think it's a really nice fragrance. I just can't wear it. But I really like it on the wife.
I'm going to give this a 4 out of 5 as well. I really like this scent. I think it's a really fantastic scent.
I know.
It's interesting. I don't really get much of a sandy quality in that. You know, but I see like the beach thing going on.
Yeah.
So there's that. So yeah, fantastic scent, especially for ladies, but I think it's really good. What?
I just want to read the quote.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Caught in the undertow of his salty lemon lips, I caught myself drifting helplessly into a soundless summer of consciousness. It needs to be a girl reading that. Let's drink some beer.
Yep.
All right. Should we answer a couple questions before we press on?
Yep. If you have any questions about Falling into the Sea, let us know.
Yeah.
And we'll answer those. We're about to go to our next review, our last review for the night.
I still like Bulgari Aquamarine. I don't wear it as much now because it's not quite as hot here as it is in Alabama. And my office situation has changed just a little bit, so it's not quite as acceptable. Soft Lawn's coming up. What imaginary author's fragrance smells closest to a Ventus? Literally none of them.
Yeah, none of them do. Yeah.
None of them. I bet Kim Jong-un smells like beaver piss.
I mean, I have no idea. I have no reference point for any of those things.
Either one.
Yeah,
Either one. See, look. Where is it? +1 for a Bull's Blood review.
That would be fun.
We tried to make it happen, guys. It just didn't pan out. Miguel likes knives.
Hey, I like knives.
How do you feel about Xerjoff? Man, those are really expensive fragrances.
Yeah, I like Xerjoff. I've smelled some from them that are fantastic.
Yeah.
Particularly, what was that one that I smelled? It had cognac in it. Oh man, I can't recall it right now. But it was a Xerjoff that was incredible. Can't recall it.
It wasn't
right
the
now.
one that we had. Was like a number was in it?
No.
Okay.
That was 1861. That's also very good.
That's a good one.
Very good one.
Yeah.
Neo is very good, and I've smelled some of their new ones like Naxos, which was very good. Yeah.
I didn't like
Uden. Uden was the one that I liked.
I didn't like Uden.
Oh man, I love Uden.
Everyone else did. I didn't care for it.
Yeah, Neo is very good.
That's an old quote, King Meta.
King Meta said, best quote in Fragcom. It's like the stink of Subway. If you go into Subway, you'll be coming out smelling like bread, son. You're going to be used to it.
Said that.
That's one of my favorite quotes that you said.
It's so true, though, man. Come on.
We were just in Subway the other night, too, and I was thinking about that.
You came out.
Came out smelling yeasty, bro.
Yeasty, bro. I didn't know if there's... Gooseberries. What's a gooseberry, man?
I don't know. It's like snozzberries?
It's like a UK thing?
I don't know. Grey Light by Fleur is fantastic. To me, it smells a lot like Grey Vetiver. So, I don't know. I think I like Grey Vetiver better, though. Rich Mitch asks if we have any Serge Lutens. I don't have any. I don't own any, but I like them a lot. I would love to have more.
I used to have that one. What was that real popular one they have?
Super dark. Chergui.
Yes, I used to have that.
Yeah, Chergui's pretty good.
Sorry. I know that Xerjoff had a fragrance called More Than Words. That's just a rip off of that song.
They do, and it's beastly. I don't really like it. I mean, it's super, super powerful. Super, super sweet, powerful rose.
Do they drop panties? Let's ask the wives.
Serapio Silva. Do imaginary author fragrances drop panties?
Do they?
No fragrance drops panties.
I'm getting a shrug, so I'm gonna guess no. Oh, this is like 12 minutes too late.
All right.
Yeah.
So that's one. Let's go to Soft Lawn real quick.
How long? We've been doing this for an hour.
Yeah. This is how long it normally takes to do these reviews.
Just wondering.
Yeah.
It's true.
What's funny is this is no longer than our normal reviews. It's just I edit everything down to probably like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And it's like, wow, you guys are so to the point and everything. I'm like, yeah, it's because I edit everything out.
You don't know how long that I spend though, like while Dave reads his notebook. I'm
just sitting there.
I'm just like looking to the side, looking at his
There's a lot of time where you're just like,
yeah,
or you just whistling.
I sing a song.
Yeah,
some dumb song.
All right, so let's go to Soft Lawn. Can you get Soft Lawn real quick?
Yeah, man.
I don't have a bottle of this, but Jer has a travel atomizer. So really good. $38, as we were corrected here.
Yeah.
So let's get to Soft Lawn real quick.
Okay.
Date introduced 2012. Classified as an aromatic green, notes are linden blossom, laurel and ivy leaves, vetiver, oak moss, fresh tennis balls, and clay court.
Them fresh tennis balls. Freshly washed tennis balls. Should I, real quick, let's answer this question.
Yep.
I'm thinking of buying a bottle from the Roja house. I couldn't tell you.
Oh, Raja Dove.
Roja Dove?
Yeah.
Raja Dove? I don't know any of the... Are there any good ones in the house?
Raja Dove, I mean, yeah. What's the one? It's Creation E, and it's also called something else. I forgot what it's called.
This guy says it smells like Captain's and Coke. He must have been Captain Morgan's.
All right, so
Yeah, okay.
let's get straight to it.
Okay.
We already did that. What do you get out of longevity out of this?
Let's say average to excellent, so 6 to 8 hours. Not a real long time.
Yeah, I get average as well.
Yeah.
I usually get in the 6 to 8 hours as well, and I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
What about projection?
Pretty good projection. I'm going to say excellent projection.
Really?
Yeah.
I'd say mine's in the average range. I mean, it could be in the excellent, but I usually say it's average.
Okay.
It's good.
Yeah, it's really good.
Season, I would say this is best for spring and daytime. Purpose, I would say this is great for casual, but I also think this works for work.
Yeah. I like it.
What does this remind you of?
Here's the thing for you.
King Meta says it's an Enigma. That's totally right. Enigma and Creation E are the same ones, yeah.
Okay. So, I wore this a long time ago.
Yeah.
Didn't like it.
Really?
Didn't like it at all. Wore it more recently, including today. Really liked it.
Yeah.
Really liked it. I can't tell you why that is. It's really green.
Yeah.
As you may expect from like the name and the color and everything else. But today I got way more vetiver and oak moss than I've noticed in the past.
Yes.
And that made me like it more. I feel like I got less of like the tennis ball kind of feel, like the less of like the...
Brendan Woolslayer. Is that Brad Woolslayer's son? Doesn't he have a son named Brendan? That's great. Anyway, sorry.
I feel like no last name like harkens back to like 200 years ago like Woolslayer does. Should be on Game of Thrones like
That's right.
Brendan the Woolslayer. This dire wolf on the wall.
I mean, it's a great name.
It is a good name.
Yeah. There's a guy. There's someone. There's a family that we know called the Youngbloods. Like, man, how Western is that name? Youngbloods.
Youngblood.
Like, that needs to be a Western.
It's
The
like-
Youngbloods.
The Youngblood.
Yeah.
It's like an urban nickname though. Like, come here, Youngblood.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyways,
So yeah,
vetiver,
soft lawn.
yeah, very, very, very green, very herbaceous. I like the vetiver, I like the oak moss. It's more masculine this time around than I thought it would be, and I like it. I think it's more wearable too, because I thought it was kind of like this weird, not niche, but like this weird niche, sort of like novelty fragrance. Like, oh, this is a cool exercise in art, artistry and fragrance. But I actually thought that it smelled very wearable, and I really quite enjoyed it. To be honest with you.
Yeah, I really like this. You know what's I think is cool about the soft lawn? To me, the soft lawn is the most iconic scent in the Imaginary Authors line. Like, whenever I think of Imaginary Authors line, I think the soft lawn. Like,
Really?
it's not necessarily the scent itself.
Okay.
It's just the conceptualization, the concept behind the soft lawn. To me, just is the personification of Imaginary Authors.
Yeah.
It's just a really cool thing. Like, everything just clicks whenever I think of...
It is a sun.
That's so funny.
Sorry.
Oh, that's Brad. BP Wool. How are you doing, Brad?
Bod man is awesome. Brad, you are a bad parent. You are not raising Brendan properly.
And he has tons of samples. He could get him anything.
Come on, man.
Bod man.
That's what he's doing. It's like, I'm going to give this boy Bod man $4 from Walmart.
Anyway, so yeah, the soft lawn, whenever I think of, old books or that type of thing, I think of like, who is that author of, oh man, what's that book about the dog in the North? It's the author in the 1900s, early 1900s.
You're talking about
Call the Wild.
Ah.
So Call the Wild. Who's the author of that?
Jack London.
Jack London. I think of Jack London.
Okay.
Whenever I think of like old books.
Okay.
So, and then that reminds me of just that time of in the early 1900s,
Mm-hmm.
and then the soft lawn really hits that mark.
Mm-hmm.
It really hits that whatever that concept is of that. So
Nice.
White Fang. It's not White Fang, but I believe he did make White Fang. So.
Hey, I'm Brad's son.
I don't know why that's so funny.
I think the time is like 10 minutes too late.
I know.
We've already established this, Brad.
That's funny. Whenever you think of books, you think of procrastination. That's funny.
Oh, boy.
So yeah, I think this is just a great concept. He just really hits all the marks.
Yeah.
I asked him what he thought of I asked Josh Meyer what he thought of whenever he was creating this scent. And he says this was intended to be like an elegant Saturday scent, like the fanciest guy at a barbecue. It's supposed to be like the perfume you would wear to Wimbledon.
Okay.
And I think that's awesome. I mean, I think that really hits the mark of what he was trying to do. So, out of the notes here, I do get the green. I mean, it's definitely green.
Yeah.
A lot of people say they get like grass, and I could definitely see a little bit of a grass note, like freshly cut grass on a Saturday. You know how like it's very cool in the air.
Yeah.
I do get that. I do get the vetiver right away. The other notes, like I'm not really sure if I get much laurel or ivy leaves. I mean, maybe they might be in there. Maybe that just adds to the green quality of it.
Right.
But I do not get the fresh tennis balls. Like fresh tennis balls has such a noticeable, iconic smell to it. Like you know what a fresh tennis ball smells like.
Which is a lot of rubber, I think, probably in there.
Yeah, exactly. It's like out of all the smells in the world, like Play-Doh, tennis balls. Those, you know what those smell like.
You know, but okay, so look, let's be honest. The marketing is all green.
Yeah.
Right? He puts fresh tennis balls in the note list as like a joke. I mean, really.
Right.
Not a joke, but like he's meaning to conjure something in your mind.
Exactly.
It doesn't smell like that.
Right.
It's meant to inform the idea of the scent and what it's supposed to stand for, not what it actually smells like, you know.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right, because I do not get tennis balls out of this. Some of his other scents, actually, the imaginary note actually smells like it exists.
Yeah.
Like I think of, Mosaic.
The limestone.
The limestone.
Yeah.
Our City on Fire has, like, matchstick.
Yeah.
You can smell that in there.
Yeah.
But I can't smell, like, tennis balls in this.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't think that's a bad thing.
Yeah.
I do get kind of like a linden blossom type of smell, which is kind of like a musky floral type of scent there, very soft floral. And that's really the overwhelming type of thing that I get in here. It's like a green, soft floral type of scent.
Yeah.
And I think it's really good. I think he's really great. I would definitely, if I were ever to go to Wimbledon, I would have to be rich, first of all.
Sure.
But, if I were to do that, I would definitely wear a soft line.
Yeah. It's really, really great.
Yeah. And I do think it's a great casual scent, especially for those type of occasions, like you're going to barbecue or something like that.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Remember that? You know that brand that has like the Pembroke Pines? Is that what it is with the little whale?
I don't know.
It's like a fancy. It's like a really preppy brand. I feel like this kind of smells like that, like
I can see that. Yeah.
like seersucker shirt, like you know what I mean, and like maybe pink shorts and like a white belt and like boat shoes. I feel like this is the scent for that.
Green 74. I can't wait until a perfumer creates a hickory bacon gourmand. There are actually some fragrances out there that have like that bacon note. Like there's some that are supposed to actually smell like bacon. Like what is that one? Bacon.
That's not even creative. That's lazy.
I know it's
bacon.
Yeah.
Ugh. I don't want any fragrance. I don't want it to smell like meat. That's a bad look. Scent.
Yeah. So yeah, one thing that I will say about this, I think that Soft Lawn is a really good. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. Moving on past.
Le Labo Pure Bacon. They probably have some that are like that.
Bacon 46.
I think that, yeah, Bacon 46. I think that Soft Lawn is a really great alternative to 212 Men
Yeah.
by Carolina Herrera.
Oh, okay.
If you've ever smelled that, Carolina Herrera, I think, is kind of a train wreck.
Yeah.
But it's supposed to be like a grassy type of scent.
Yeah.
To me, this is much better
Yeah.
at doing that type of scent and being really beautiful at the same time.
Yeah. It's great. It's a really great green scent. And man, it's really, I like it a lot.
This is also a fragrance that smells drastically different up close than in the air.
You're right about that. You're totally right about that.
Because in the air, you get like the green, all the green quality. Up close, I get more of like the clay.
Yeah.
Like it smells like that really dirty type of stuff.
I get more oak moss up close too. It's really more. It's kind of harsh.
Yeah.
Up close, you know what I mean? It's like, wow. Let me back up a little bit.
Yeah,
here.
right.
Yeah, it's powerful. It grew on me, frankly.
Yeah.
Like a soft low.
Yeah, I can see that too. It grew on me as well. This is not one that was my favorite in the line.
Yeah.
But this definitely grew on me. I actually really like this now.
Yeah. Me too.
Even though it's still not my favorite, I still like it a lot.
Right. Don't sleep on Yesterday Haze. Have you reviewed that?
Yes, I have.
What did you say about it?
I liked it.
Yeah, it's good.
It's not my favorite, but I liked it.
I really like it.
All right, so bang for buck, $95 for 50 mil. Good deal.
It's a good deal. I can't see myself wearing this all the time, though. I feel like I may get a little tired of it after a while. I might split a bottle with somebody.
Yeah, this is a definite special occasion type of scent.
There you go. There you go.
Excuse me.
Stefan, we did that like the first one of this run. You'll have to go back and watch the archive.
Yeah. Yeah, Stefan, that was the first review we did for this. You have to back up and watch it. We're almost done with this video, and so this video will be archived on my website, so you can go and watch it later at a later time if you want. You can also, if you haven't watched this, you can back up. There should be there should be a DVR setting on this video where you can go and back up to 4 hours. So if you watch at the very start, I review St. Julep.
Yeah. Top 5 gooseberry scents.
Well, Gooseberry Pour Homme, I think, is at the top.
Right.
And then maybe Gooseberry Pour Femme.
Pour Femme. Yeah. It's too strong.
Yeah. Gooseberry Extreme is probably number 3.
Right.
And then Gooseberry Man.
Gooseberry Man.
Yeah. And then, what's the 5th one? Probably Gooseberry Extreme Sport.
Aqua di Gooseberry.
Aqua de I was almost going to say that.
You slept on Aqua.
Yeah.
Just the wettest gooseberry you ever did see.
Pure Gooseberry. We forgot about that one too.
Who is this Forever Afraid? There's a different person when they comment on the video.
Yeah, that's Tammy. Hey, Tammy. How you doing?
She's always got nice things to say.
Prospect. Thank you. Goose. Bro Nux.
Yeah, buddy.
So, yeah. What about compliments on Soft Lawn?
I mean, not really.
Yeah.
Not really. I think it's pretty masculine, actually, but I just don't think it's one of those compliment getters. For whatever reason. You don't roll like that.
Yeah, I totally agree.
Hey, girl.
It's not one that I really got a lot of compliments on it, and Talia didn't like it.
Mm-hmm.
I let a few people smell this, and even my kids were like, bleh, you know, so.
That visceral reaction only kids can give.
Yeah, right. Yeah. I mean, truth be told, they say that for about half the fragrances that I have anyway, so they're not reliable sources for that, but I thought it was funny anyway.
Right.
But I didn't really get any compliments outside of that.
Yeah.
The people that I did let smell, some said it smelled very interesting.
Which is like a code word for this sucks.
Could be, yeah. My wife didn't like it, of course, so
Yeah.
you know, there's that.
I mean, this is a pretty, this can be a pretty, for lack of a better term, like a pretty indie scent. You know what I mean? Like, sort of like it's kind of different.
Yeah.
And not in a bad way.
Yeah.
But it's not for everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So final rating, what do you give this?
I think I'm going to go 3 out of 5.
Okay.
I think it's a good scent. It's growing on me, but it's still growing.
Yeah.
So I don't love it yet, and I think that it kind of has limited utility. So 3 out of 5.
I'm gonna stick again with a 4 out of 5. I know I'm boring on
It's
this.
just lazy, Dave. You're just running forward all the way down.
Straight 4s to do it. So yeah, 4 out of 5 for me. I think this is a very good scent. I really like wearing it. I think it does have a very specific niche.
Yeah.
As you were saying, I think this is great for certain casual occasions.
Yeah.
And so yeah, I think this is a really good soft green scent.
Yeah.
And as I said, if you have 212 Men, first of all, why?
Sell that mess.
That's right. But seriously, I think that Soft Lawn is a great alternative to 212 Men, a niche alternative. I think, yeah, get out of your face here.
You're really good.
Okay, there you go. As a niche alternative, I think that smells a lot better. That is not like just a cluster of notes.
Yeah.
And it smells really good.
Yeah.
Really artistic.
It's nice.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So yeah, I think that is all we have.
Hey, Jason. I'm not far from you, man. Far from you, man. Not far at all.
All right. So any questions, guys? Do we miss any comments? Let us know if you have any questions about any of these scents that we've reviewed. If you haven't watched all of it, we have reviewed the Soft Lawn, also Mosaic, St. Julep, which is the new one.
So good.
Yeah. And Falling into the Sea as well. Here's Falling into the Sea.
Oh, man, there's a lot of questions up in here. If I could pull them back out. You guys ever going to wear Copper Skies or Root Elements anymore? No, I'm not going to.
I mean, we don't even have it anymore.
I don't care for them anyways, honestly. Or I don't anymore, at least. Am I going to do more reviews with Dave? We're talking about that.
Yeah, I mean, we'd love to.
Might be a way to make that
And
work.
there's never been like a he'll never do it again moment. But yeah, it's always just like, how are we going to do it?
Where am I at, Jerry? Why don't you hit me up on Facebook? I'd rather not put it on a video.
Yeah. We said it a few times. He moved to Virginia.
I'm in Virginia. Yeah. We're close. How do you guys feel about what imaginary authors does with their scents compared to what Margiela does with replica scents recreating real atmospheres?
I haven't tried their scents, so I'm not sure.
It's a good question, though.
Which imaginary author's fragrance would get the most compliments? That is a tough one.
Dang.
Which one gets the most compliments with me?
I've got a couple answers to that.
Okay.
So the one that I think has been liked the most, even though it's a bit polarizing, is the Cobra and the Canary.
Yeah.
It's really masculine,
Yeah.
but I think it's a really good thing.
Mhm.
I really like that. And then the one that I've liked the most is Yesterday Haze.
Okay.
That's a really kind of thick sort of female scent. I really dig that. What about you?
I think Cobra Canary is definitely up there. I almost want to say Every Storm and Serenade would be good too, because it's just so likable. I think a lot of people like that one.
It is likable. Yeah.
Let's see, there was another one I saw by, What would you like to see next from imaginary authors? Any notes that you would like to see highlighted?
I mean, I got two in mind.
Yeah, go ahead.
Lilac. Gooseberries. Sorry. I'm running out in the ground.
Yeah, totally. Let's see. There are definitely some notes that I would like to see. There's always notes that I really like.
That's a great question.
I actually talked to him about some notes that I thought that I really like.
Mm-hmm.
Not that I was expecting him to do them, but I'm just saying that I'm just really into them.
Yeah.
And I forgot what they were at the time. I think Pink Pepper is always one that I really like.
I'd like to see a pepper fragrance from him.
Pink pepper, because you can do a lot with pink pepper that makes it spicy. I really like woody spicy scents.
Yeah.
And he hasn't done a woody spicy scent.
Yeah.
That has been right on. And I also really like gourmands. I don't think he's done a straight gourmand.
Yeah.
So I would love to see like a really good gourmand scent from him.
What about his take on oud?
See, I'm done with oud.
You're done with oud.
Yeah.
I'll work for a month straight.
That's right. That's right. See, I don't know. Oud to me is always good when it's in balance with other things. I don't think oud is really good when it's the main note. I think it's usually just smells like rotten sour milk or something.
Yeah. funky butt. What is your favorite fragrance you've recently tried that no one is talking about? Dude, I hadn't tried a new fragrance in the longest time. So, maybe you could take a stab at that one.
I can't think of one that I've tried recently that no one's talking about. But this happens a lot. This is a problem with YouTube and the YouTube community, the fragrance community in general, is that the YouTube fragrance community in general does not favor new fragrances that are good.
Mm-hmm.
The YouTube fragrance community in general favors fragrances that have already been reviewed or top 10s. And that is what people really are really tuning in to watch right now.
Mm-hmm.
They're not really paying attention to any new fragrances out there. So if I were to make a review about a fragrance that I absolutely loved, like Citron de Robe,
Really good.
which could be one that is a contender for that type of scent, it would not get nearly the amount of views that that are like a mainstream top 10 or panty dropper or whatever
Right.
Fragrance review would.
Mm-hmm.
It would just get buried. So I don't know. I think that's just a problem with the YouTube community in general right now.
Yeah. Hey, Lisa, Alabaster. Is that far from you now?
Yeah, absolutely. Lisa Wade, yeah.
Yeah.
She's on. She likes our my Beast Made Reviews channel as well. So hey, Lisa.
If I send you guys samples of Perfumum, I'll leave that between you and Dave. No guest reviewers. Oh, you want it to be me?
I don't know. We'd have to think about it.
You don't get to make demands, King Meta. Oops. I lost that place to see.
Oh, wait. Someone said something about rompers. Go back. That was
Rompers and Spice.
rompers and spice. Oh man.
Sick.
I have a bad feeling that rompers are going to be a thing in the future.
They're going to hang on?
Yeah.
Sick. Let's just aim and taste a joke. I don't see a lot of questions. Never smelled oud palau? Nope.
Do the December, please.
December. That's actually a pretty good idea.
That is a great idea.
Yeah.
But the problem with doing a December, and what he's talking about, for those of you who don't know, we did Oudvember. You did Oudvember.
November. Yep.
Yep. And then I did Rose Month in February. And people have talked about doing, and essentially what those were, you try a oud fragrance every day.
And then make a video every night.
And make a video every night.
Mm-hmm.
And then I did a rose fragrance every day, a review every day for February. December would be amber, and hence December. For that, hence.
Hence.
In other words,
Right.
you're going to be a slice.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's an inside joke. But so that'd be like amber month. The problem with December is that it's really hard to do reviews of daily reviews like that. It's just a lot of work.
Yeah.
So that's one thing, but also too, a lot of the views don't really like it doesn't seem like it gets a lot of traction in the views.
Yeah.
So sometimes it doesn't seem like it pays off. Like the reward for the time involved does not.
The ROI.
The return on investment does not pay off.
Yeah.
So I don't know, but also too in December you also have Christmas and you have vacations and time off and
12 doc.
And 12 doc. So that'd be just a whole other thing. So it's really difficult to try to make that happen. Even though I would like it to happen, I don't think it would.
Yeah. I don't know. We did one florist fragrance. I think I hated it, didn't we?
German Street.
Oh, that wasn't too bad.
Yeah.
That was pretty good. Yeah.
And I did Florist 89 as well.
Excuse me. What's keeping you guys excited and passionate about fragrance at this point in your journey? Well, I'm not really on the journey anymore.
Yeah.
So, Not a whole lot. Why don't you answer that one?
I mean, to me, it's just always just finding that next fragrance is going to smell great.
Yeah.
And I think I said this before in previous videos that, I don't consider myself a collector, but I do really like to keep fragrances that I love. And it's always great when you find that fragrance that it's like, wow, this just smells like nothing I've ever tried, and I love it, and this fits a certain time or place.
Mm.
And St. Julep was a fragrance that I really loved.
Yeah, it was great.
The smell of,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, wow, this is amazing, and I'm so glad that I have this.
Yeah.
So that's one of those type of things that just really inspires me to smell more.
Yeah.
There's never going to be an end to, inspiration in the world or creativity in the world for things that you can create. So music, there's always going to be amazing music out there. There's always going to be amazing fragrances out there.
Yeah.
There's always going to be amazing people with great creative ideas that are going to be able to create fragrances or anything out there that are going to be great. So I'm always looking forward to that.
Sure. But this one was a good woodsy scent for summer.
A woodsy scent for summer. I think a really good one, really, for summer it's really hard because wood does not really come off really well in summer. But
Yeah.
I think one that I would really recommend is also from Imaginary Authors, and that's Every Storm, a Serenade,
Mm-hmm.
which is a very woody, salty, watery, seawater type of scent, but with a lot of wood and eucalyptus. It's really great.
This guy keeps asking this question. Now he's all caps in it.
Yeah.
Sorry, he's just tickling me.
Rich Mitch, what is the biggest change of mind you've had over a fragrance?
I don't know. That's a good question.
I don't know. I mean, I've changed my mind a lot on different fragrances. One that I can think of, just in particular, I've mentioned this before, is Poivre Samarcand, and that was one that you hated. I know you hated.
That changed my mind.
Yeah, you haven't changed his mind. I thought it smelled like sweaty socks, and then whenever I wore it again, what really changed my mind was hearing that it smelled like caraway, and and that really completely changed my perception of the fragrance, and now I smell that more. So I don't really get like the sweaty sock type of smell anymore. I really smell like the caraway, and it really smells great to me.
Well, I have an opposite of that.
Oh yeah.
Terre d'Hermes. Someone said it just smelled like a whole big bottle of Isoe Super. And once I heard that and then smelled it again, I'm like, dang. It got really flat for me at that point, and that's all I could smell.
I mean, it's a lot of Isoe Super in that.
It kind of messed it up for me. So whoever said that.
I still really like that, though.
I do too, and people love it on me, but like, it's messed it up. Who's older? We're both 35.
But I'm technically older by like 2 months.
You are about 2 months, but it's really close.
Yeah.
Let's see.
He would, yeah. They were saying he would is a good one for a woody scent for summer, and then I agree. I think that's a good one.
That's pretty good. That one has
Violet, right?
violet leaves. Yeah. Can you talk to us for a minute and just tell us what's going on? What drove you away? What frags did you keep? What's going on? I mean,
What's going on, Jared? What drove you away?
it was a big skillsome. It really the wedge. No, man, I kind of lost the passion for it, and I didn't want to keep, doing it. I felt like I had a lot going on in my personal life with work, and I really wanted to give my time and attention to that, and I just made a decision. It was all it was. It was nothing about this I didn't like. It was just I was busy with other stuff, and I had to prioritize some things, and something got prioritized over another, and that was just kind of the way it went.
One thing that I tell people is that I think generally my goal and his goal were different.
Absolutely.
Like, my goal was more long-term than yours was. And there's nothing wrong with that. Like, we never really talked about, like, what our goals were with this together. We were just, just having fun, reviewing fragrances or whatever.
Yeah.
And in my mind, I was thinking, I'm just going to do this for as long as I can.
Yeah.
And do it and be as successful as I can doing it.
Yeah.
And so, yeah.
My thing, so, like, I think that you like... In general, I would say you like fragrances and the art of it more than I do.
Mm-hmm.
And probably understand it more than I do. I think for me, I just enjoy talking about it and hanging out with you and then like making people laugh. So I think that's
Right, yeah.
more. It's more about the entertainment than it is
Yeah.
like the art. So once the art kind of for me is not as up front anymore, then I'm okay. Well, it's time for something else in my life. But it was. I still love doing this. It just I had to just move on with some stuff. Then nothing drove me away. It was just time to reprioritize my life, how I spent my time.
Kirk Jatt says, Aprilac and gooseberries.
Aprilac.
Aprilac.
Oh, it's
That's like that sounds like a prescription drug.
right. You got an itch.
Aprilac.
My doctor prescribed Aprilac for me. The itch went away within 2 weeks. What frags did I keep? You know what? So at one point I had like 110 fragrances. I probably have like 25 now.
Yeah.
It's only the ones that I really, really like.
Yeah. What are some of the ones that you really use right now?
So I kept all the Tom Fords.
Okay.
Love Tom Ford. I kept most of the Creeds.
Yep.
I kept Aquamarine.
Okay.
I really
Yeah.
like them.
This one smells like my grandmother's house.
Oh, shut up. What was the one Series one? I don't remember the number. 7. I think it was 7.
Okay. Yeah.
Kept Series 7. I think honestly most of what I kept was like really office appropriate stuff because that's really what I wear most often now, and so I just tried to keep stuff that I could use most of the time. I didn't have a lot of room for like niche things anymore, so I got rid of a lot of those.
Yeah.
And frankly, I got rid of the most expensive ones because I wasn't wearing them as often. It's like, let me get my money back out of this investment.
Yeah.
So I undersold my Aventus. I had like a really good batch, and I sold it for way less than what I could have. Someone got a steal.
Man.
What's your favorite vintage scent? Man, I don't like a single vintage scent as they're defining it. Oh, you know what? That's not fair. I like Fahrenheit.
Yeah.
I like Fahrenheit.
Definitely.
Yeah. Do you like that?
I love it. Yeah, we reviewed that together. We both gave it 5s, yeah.
Come on, man. We know what's up.
Yep.
We do.
I don't know if that's necessarily considered vintage, but yeah.
Music is dead now. Sure.
Yeah.
Why not?
It's good. Gooseberries.
What fragrance would you reformulate so the dry down smells like the opening? You know, Jason, I like you, but I don't like that question because I'm not going to answer it. Do you have anything on that?
I mean, I don't know really what to say to that. I mean, I don't know.
You like the dry down of Green Irish Tweed.
Yeah.
But you like the opening as well, even though it's a little different.
I don't know. I mean, I guess it really. It's like what. Yeah, I guess the real question is what fragrance do you really hate the opening of, and love the dry down.
Right.
I don't know because I mean I don't keep fragrances that I hate the opening of.
Yeah. What's your favorite smelling fragrance regardless of performance? I think I know what yours is. Let me guess. Yours is Green Irish Tweed.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't know what mine is, to be honest with you. I really can't answer that. I don't know what my favorite fragrance is. I can name like 3. I like Series 7. I like Series 7. I like Rocky Mountain Wood.
Yep.
And I like, I'll throw Tuscan Leather in there because when it's cold, I really like Tuscan Leather.
Raphael Ballarezo. Sorry, Raphael. Sorry for mispronouncing your last name.
It's late.
Says, what about House of Matriarch? Have you guys smelled the new ones? I haven't smelled anything from House of Matriarch. Not for any reason, really, other than I just haven't smelled them.
Yeah.
Hey, Redolessence. Hey, Steven, how you doing, man?
Hey, Steven. Hey, buddy. Most professional voice in Fragcom.
Yeah, that's right. You know what's funny? There's a...
he's always like he's interviewing for a job when he starts videos.
That's great. What's funny is there's a computer... There's a store near our house that repairs computers.
Okay.
But the script that they use looks exactly like the Redolessence script.
Oh,
so
yeah?
every time I see it, I think it says Computer Redolessence.
Oh, like the font or whatever?
The font,
oh, okay. Yeah. Okay.
It's so funny.
If you guys could make 1 or 2 recommendations to yourselves at the beginning of your frag journeys, what would it be? Don't buy so many. I went nuts in the beginning and bought way too many dumb designer fragrances for no good reason.
I don't know. I mean, I think I don't really have any regrets. Like, I don't think I did anything differently than I do now.
Nice. You're not a very impulsive guy, though.
Yeah.
Frankly. You're
I'm not.
You're not at all, especially with your money. Not at all. What frags are you still rocking? I think I just had my 3 favorite. Just go with that list. That's good.
Yep.
Favorite perfume note?
One of mine is violet. I really like violet.
I like that a lot.
I think I've mentioned before. I think one of what's interesting about violet, like I like violet flower. Typically, any fragrance with violet, I will really like. And even if I don't know it has violet in it yet, and then I find out later, I was like, oh, that's the reason why I like it. It has violet.
Yeah, it's a nice note.
Yeah.
I like leather, but you have to kind of it can play out in a lot of different ways.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
I like violet too, though. That's a good one.
Yeah.
You stole mine.
Yep. Totally sold.
Hey, David, please keep reviewing as long as you can.
I will. Thank you.
Okay.
I will.
Let's see. What was the first fragrance you tried that left you speechless? Oh man, that's a good question.
I can't remember because there's probably a lot of them that have.
Pure ass comes to mind.
Okay.
You remember that? Wasn't that what it was?
No. That was.
Liquid ass.
Yeah.
That's speechless.
Yeah. There's also the what was it, the
Lord of Goathorn.
Lord of Goathorn.
Just the meatiest thing. Oh. I don't know in a good way. What a I had like XO2. That was a vintage bat.
I still have XO2 and have ZO1.
Yeah.
But to me, a lot of people talk about the difference in the Aventus.
Mm-hmm.
To me, I think it's very, very minor. Like I don't think it's really that much different. I've tried a lot of Aventus batches, and I think people obsess over minor details. I don't think it's as big as people play it out to be.
Buy it as cheap as you can. Get it on a split.
Yeah. You're not gonna tell the difference unless you really obsess over it, and
unless you're buying mine, in which case the difference is substantial.
hundreds of dollars worth of substantiability.
That's right, 3-4 times the MSRP. Ever bought the same fragrance 3 times or more? You know what? I've only bought one fragrance twice, ever, and it was Grey Vetiver by Tom Ford because I bought it,
That's a good one,
sold it, and then bought it back again because it was really good.
I need that one. That's one that I love that I need.
It's
I need
really,
to
really
get.
good, man. What made you fall in love with fragrances? You know what? I can't say that I ever fell in love with fragrances. I liked hanging out with you and doing fun stuff. It was more about the friendship than it was the fragrances. Should we hug? I'm not going to hug you.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I've talked about falling in love with fragrances in different ways and why, but I just really like. I really like finding something new, and I like finding something different. But I really like the aspect of it that brings back memories.
Mm-hmm.
I really like the aspect of it that you can form new memories with your family or loved ones, whatever.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I've just found that there's scents out there that I just really love wearing at certain times,
Mm-hmm.
and it is, as I've said before, it's just that extra step above your personal style.
Yeah.
That adds that extra essence onto who you are.
Mm-hmm.
And so I really like being that guy that always smells good. I meet new people, and a lot of times the first thing they say about me to other people when introducing me is, "Oh, he always smells so good."
That's cool.
That's just something that's just become now someone of who just part of who I am. It's just I'm someone that just smells so good. So I just really like that.
Yeah.
And it's not that I don't need the compliments or anything, and they don't really give me compliments all the time either.
Yeah.
But it's just become just another layer of who I am.
Yeah, part of your persona.
Yeah.
Do we collect watches? I just wear a Timex Weekender.
I do not collect watches. I have 2 watches that I wear regularly. 3, I'm sorry. 3. And you probably see 2 of them on reviews. One of them is this one. This one is my Loom Tech Combat. I forgot what it is. But that's my main watch that I wear most of the time. Then I also have just a cheap Casio that I wear a lot, that you'll see a lot in reviews. as well because I usually wear that around the house.
Yeah.
And then I have a dress watch by About Vintage that I really like as well, which
cool.
is a beautiful watch, but it has problems with time. It doesn't keep time very well. But I'm going to review some of these watches on Beast Made Reviews, so if you like that channel, stay tuned for that. I'm going to try to review those soon. But I don't collect a lot of watches. I'm not huge into collecting, but I do like watches. I'd like to have like maybe one or two more, and that'd probably be it.
Yeah. I have a dress watch. I think the brand is called Orient. It's like $90.
Yeah, I love Orient. Orient's good, man. For the price, Orient is great.
I like the Weekender. Why is tobacco Vinny so good? Because tobacco.
And Vinny.
There it is.
There it is.
Jerry, why do we
gooseberries.
Gooseberries. How old are your kids? Are they into fragrances too? Mine are 10 and 7, and my son actually likes to wear cologne. What about yours?
Mine really like wearing. I don't let them wear it a lot, just because they're so young right now. I don't like letting them wear it all the time.
Yeah.
But they really like it, especially my daughter. My daughter really loves what I do, and she likes to smell a lot of stuff. And she frequently asks me to come smell my bottles.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll let her smell them. Sometimes she'll ask to wear them, and I'll let either of them wear stuff occasionally, but not all the time. But just sometimes.
Sure.
So yeah.
Yeah, totally.
I'll let that carrot hang.
Something to look forward to. Favorite cheapie? Oh man, this is easy for me. Mont Blanc Individuel.
Yeah.
That's a great cheapie. It's a great cologne.
My favorite cheapie, I would say Voyage d'Hermès.
What? That's a cheapie to you?
I mean, I would say that's a cheapie. I mean, it's pretty inexpensive. You can get it for like $50,
Okay.
something like that. I mean, it depends on what you define cheapie
I
as.
suppose so.
And I would say that's really good for the price for what you're getting. I think that's a great great quality for price.
That is
bang for buck.
fantastic. That's a great fragrance. I agree. Someone could #romance. Absolutely. Do you like Polo Blue EDP? Man, you know what? I used to have a bottle of Polo Blue, which we reviewed off of in the very beginning. I feel like it'd gone a little weird.
Yeah?
I feel like a fresh bottle smells better. But I can only base it upon that. And so, no, I don't like Polo Blue EDP.
Yeah. I remember that review, and I didn't like that fragrance.
You sure
in that
didn't?
review.
Yeah.
And I reviewed the EDP, I believe, and I think it was okay. It's different.
Yeah. Pete Tashman loved your speech at... Paul loved your speech at StyleCon, David.
Thank you. I really appreciate that.
My man's branching out over here.
I don't know if you're at StyleCon or if you just remember, or you probably just saw my video on Scent Being Immortal, and that was essentially the same thing, but I appreciate it.
That's cool, man. We are the best together.
Thank you. Still the best.
Yeah. Which single reviewer do you tend to gravitate towards? That's a good question. You know, I used to really love to watch, back when I watched reviews, because I'm sorry, I don't watch them anymore. I loved Christo.
Yeah.
Love watching Christo.
Yeah.
Really liked his just way of speaking. I thought he was
Christo's great.
Yeah.
There's a lot of reviewers out there that I really like. A lot of them I've done collaborations with already. Like, I really like George, Fragrance Prince. I think what he's doing is great. He's doing some amazing stuff. I don't know how long he'll be in the fragrance world because he has some future goals with film that he wants to do, so I don't know how long he's going to be in that. But I think he's doing some really great stuff. There's some other reviewers out there that I think are really great. To me, I really like the reviewers who don't do content that's phoned in. There's a lot of reviewers out there that do content that is just phoned in.
Yeah.
And they do. I mean, I'm not going to talk much about that. A lot of reviewers, but I really like reviewers who do. Who have original ideas and are creative. I think one of them is like Mr. Smelly, a British reviewer. I think he's fantastic. He has some really great videos that do really well, and I like him a lot as well. I'd love to do some reviews with him as well. I asked him a while back if he'd like to do reviews, and he said yes, but we haven't really talked outside of that. So hopefully in the future
Yeah.
I'll get back to them together and
Yeah.
hopefully we'll make some more reviews together.
Totally. Oh man, I keep skipping now. Let's see. Let's skip that one.
Lex Ellis is also really funny. I really like Lex Ellis. The truth be told, I don't really get to watch a lot of reviewers out there. I don't have a lot of time to spend on watching a lot of fragrance videos, so that's just, whatever.
Yeah.
But also too, I try to, in some way, I try to stay out of being informed by the community of what I want to make. Like I want to make content that I just really like, and try not to follow the trend.
Yeah, that makes sense. Stay objective.
Yeah.
I feel like we've exhausted the questions, man. What's your favorite fragrance of 2017? Do you mean released in 2017 or what we've worn in 2017?
I don't know.
What do you reckon it means?
One of my favorite fragrances so far. Well, I really like Saint Julep.
Yeah.
Outside of the Saint Julep. Really like it outside of the performance,
Yeah.
as you said. So
Right.
scent is really good.
Yeah.
Citron de Rombe by Atelier Cologne, really fantastic.
I don't have that, but it's really, really good though. Yeah.
Excuse me.
That's a great one. Sometimes I think I should buy a decant of Aventus.
Yeah. Peter from Fragrance to You also is very fantastic. I like him a lot as well.
Gotta drop off. See you, Jim.
And I think we have to go too.
Late
So
as a
it has
mess.
been great. Thank you for watching these videos, these reviews. I hope you liked them. Let us know what you think, and we'll see you later. Thanks everyone for watching. Really enjoyed it. Hopefully we can do some more live reviews sometime. This has been great.
Yeah.
And maybe next time I'll look at the camera right there.
I've been looking at myself all night because I'm.
Yeah, I've been looking at myself. That's why
self-centered.
that's why my eyes are off here.
Or the chat.
Anyway.
Man, it's great to see you guys. Y'all take care.
See you later.
Bye.
Bye.